Today's grammar lesson is about commas, and it's called the use of commas with non-restrictive clauses. A non-restrictive clause is a clause that is not necessary. Non means not, non-restrictive, and it is not necessary, but it adds additional information to the sentence. So you use a comma to set off a non-restrictive clause. Let's just look at these examples because there's not any rule. You just have to learn by obeying these rules. Please pay attention, class. Ray, who is very shy, loves reading. It's actually a sentence inside of this sentence. What is the sentence inside of this sentence?
Ray, who is very shy.
Very good. Ray, who is very shy, because this is the subject, and that's a verb, isn't it? So we could just say Ray loves reading, right? Non-restrictive means it's not necessary. So you set off a non-restrictive clause by commas. I always think about it this way. When I have a little comma here, I think about it as a basket. And if I can take it out of that basket, then I can put commas around it. If I can take that basket out and the sentence still makes sense, then the commas are in the right place. I could perfectly say, it'll make perfectly great sense. Ray loves reading, correct? Okay, let's look at the next sentence. Do you see a non-restricted clause in this sentence, sentence number 2?
All the shoes, comma, that I own, comma.
So what's the non-restricted clause?
All the shoes are in box.
No, that I own. Because I can say all the shoes are in the boxes, correct? Remember, non-restrictive is not necessary, so think about it as putting that non-restrictive clause in a basket. Because if you put it in a basket and you still read the sentence makes sense, then you know the commas are in the correct place. All the shoes are in boxes. Makes perfectly good sense. Sentence number 3. Gloria, whom I met at church, can sing.
Whom I met at church.
So what is the non-restricted clause?
Whom I met at church.
Whom I met at church. So we can say Gloria can sing?
Yeah.
Very good. Sentence number 4. I needed someone who could wash my car.
Someone who can wash. Yeah, no.
No, I said I needed someone.
After I.
After I?
No.
No, after who? After who and after I.
There's no comma.
I don't think you need
There's
a
no
comma.
comma.
There's no comma.
You have a, what do you think? Could you say I needed someone?
Yes.
Yes. And then the additional information, you need someone what? Who could wash my car? If you want to get really, really technical, this non-restricted clause actually serves as an adjective because it tells us something about that someone. So, you agree? That one was tricky, wasn't it? Because it was at the end of the sentence. And someone said you don't need a comma. It's up to you if you want to put a comma when the non-restricted clause is at the end of the sentence. I normally do, just a little bit for emphasis. Okay? This one is hard. Have you ever used I had enough of that?
Yes.
And you're like, wait. And even when you type it, it'll maybe underline it and say, it's wrong. So listen to this. It's a non-restricted clause in this sentence. What is that?
I knew that check. I know. I
You
knew
put
that.
the comma.
Put the comma in between of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, can we say I knew that?
Yes.
Yes. And then that check was already cashed is additional information you need. So this non-restricted clause, if you want to be technical about it, serves as a direct object because it answers the question who or what after the verb. But we don't have to know that. We just know that a comma separates that. So she knew that. That check was already cashed. Make sense? So, any questions about non-restricted clauses? A recap on non-restricted clauses. They're not necessary in a sentence. They're set off by a comma before or after if they're in the middle of the sentence. And if you read the sentence and take the words in between the comma out and it still makes sense, then you know the commas are in the correct place. Non-restricted clauses with the use of commas.